Yeah. You want to know more? Make sure you watch the video now.
Before we begin, please like, share, and be sure to subscribe to my page and ring the bell to get notification about my next video.
Science is not always the way, just like religion. There are certain things that cannot be explained or accepted scientifically or religiously. 2,000 years ago, if it could not be defined religiously, today they say the same scientifically. There has been many scientific theories that years later were proven wrong. Those who are in the secret elite have known this for ages. Science proves things with the illusion that is based on proof through experimental act of math, which they make you believe makes sense. The spiritual realm or other dimensional realm does not work by our scientific concepts. So because these realities or concepts of facts cannot be scientifically proven, then they must only be characterized as theories or not real as religion used to be. No organized group has a right to say what is true or what is not. Science, just like religion, has a particular truth, but not the full truth. The cure for AIDS has existed for years, and it was created by science, but it uses natural herbs to cure. This, however, is not accepted by the science community since they cannot explain why it works, since they use the excuse that they do not know the long-term effect it may have. Science has done a lot of great things, so please do not misunderstand what you are reading. All I am saying is that it has been corrupted, just as religion was and still is. There are many beliefs besides religion, science, spirituality, and so on that we can use, and other ideas we have not even thought of yet. There are certain things that you know about the world that you are not required to prove. All that is required is having enough proof about what you know. Let the others find their very own evidence if it comes to that. I do not have to prove what I know, since skeptics will always find a way around my proof. They go hand in hand with aggressiveness. It makes no difference in knowing the truth when 84.7% of the world population does not care. If they cared, they would rebel or at least stop buying the products that are being pushed and sold. If people do not stop supporting the market, then nothing will ever change. People know the truth. People love to complain, which in the end is worse than being a sheep, since a sheep is at least content. It is easy to blame others, such as the government, the corporation, the Jews, and the list goes on. You may believe that capitalism is not the way and that socialism is better. What you do not know is that all of them, including communism, are all connected, but you are too blind to see it. These are just some of the distractions from the real event. The world leaders are controlled and manipulated without their knowledge. Even if they knew, they would not accept it. Enemies are created where before there were none. I wish that I could write down all that I know, but 97.3% of you will be convinced that I am off my rocker. In the end, I will lose my credibility. All groups that start off as a good cause, including the entertainment business, are being infiltrated and manipulated. They convince those in these fields to agree with them with logic and sense, and they do not realize that they are being manipulated. They enter every small group out there in case you become big one day. They enter when you're most vulnerable. They have not only entered the government of the world or the big corporation, but they also have entered your home. They have entered your mind when you logically agree with all that is going on around you. They have convinced you that their view makes sense. They will have you blame others and blind you from the truth. They will create sleepers. You will recognize them when they support propaganda with emotions instead of logic. These sleepers will not be aware that they are being used or even accept that they are sleepers. Yet they can break out from it by not letting their emotions control them, but by controlling their emotions. They will be angry. They will give the controllers power since they feed off negative energy. I never planted nor asked to be a part of primaries, first in time, order of importance, originals, yet I had always been one of them, as well as a part of them since before time itself. I have blocked my physical mind from being probed and scattered to protect those like myself. If you discover, recognize, and identify yourself in all these pages you read so far, and you have started figuring out how to decipher and decode the hidden codes I've written down to bring us together with the belief you may be one, then you should also instantly know the danger it has to offer as well as the rewards, for they are watching. You would have felt something stirring inside of your inner higher self, so stop reading immediately if you value your existence. You may be one of us. Once you acknowledge this, you'll be required to put up a barrier, for it shall only be a matter of time before our ancient foes sense it. They will come for each of you. They have eyes and ears everywhere. If you are not one of us, I envy you, for you have no real clue of the actual battle that has been going on for longer than time itself in the unseen spiritual realm, which has slowly been leaking into your physical world for the past few thousand years. You assume you understand because of other people's philosophy. The quest is not all what it seems, for there is always something off and strange going on. A signed council of elders lets those of us who are chosen know our assignments and when it is the proper time to be awakened so you can remember. Not on your time, but at the right moment when you least expect it to be. As a decipherer, you can interpret the codes and their meaning, but not only just in my book. Our quest is being watched as a source of entertainment and amusement until it affects the current presence. If you are one of the chosen, and if you have very little memory of who you truly are, then the less you remember, the fewer of our ancient foes you shall attract. They can be slayed like us, except you do not truly perish. I know this sounds crazy, however, they, on the other hand, do not have what you have, a soul. You can disband them for a while or even for a lifetime. They are primal forces. In addition, they do reform eventually. Those of you who do not have the gift will finally see the true reality that has always been there. You assume it is an illusion. You will believe it is your imagination, just like the rest of the population. Whenever divine or profane elements mix with a human being, you generate haze, which obscure the vision. Those of you with the gift, the will, or have been chosen to see things just as they truly are, yet you shall interpret things quite differently compared to the rest of the population. The rest of the physical material world will not see the truth. All they will see is an optical illusion of what their mind can comprehend as reality. If a creature with a mystical sword was in front of you to harm you, everyone else will see you threatening an innocent bystander instead, since your mind can only accept the illusion it has been programmed to accept it, or else you may go insane. You will see unspeakable death. In reality, there is no unspeakable death, but a shift in reality vibrating into a new realm. Those who are spiritually, not religiously connected will see this, while the rest of the world through the media will see guns, knives, bombs, etc. Otherwise, if you did not receive the gift, you will only see your version of reality. Your eyes will be unreliable. Your brain shall only be able to perceive what you see through the mirage that those from the fourth dimension releases. The world is as ignorant as the rest, deception upon deception. This is great since as my dream self, I am changeable and too unpredictable. I have learned to follow my heart, my gut, instinct, and intuition. For those from the fourth dimension will thrive on your doubts as well as your hopelessness if you have the gift. They will use deceptions towards you if they can, hoping to make you mistrust your own judgment. Once you awaken and start to realize who you have always truly been, you shall see the truth with the danger you have attracted. When this happens, it will be something you could never have dreamed possible. When they sense you, and they will, they shall come to challenge you. Most of the time, they will ignore you until they feel that you have become a threat. A few of us have managed to survive, and as a result, have become famous through the aeons. If I were to tell you some of their names, you would know a few, while others have been lost to time or become what you know as myth. Example, Genesis chapter 6 verse 4, Illuminatis. Some of you have no clue who you truly are or even have been. You have no idea or realize the power you have and that this illusion you see is a temporary prison. Nevertheless, there is always one that is assigned to guard and watch over us in the physical world and one in the spiritual realm. Learn to keep the faith and do not think negatively. Those from the negative dimension will have you throwing away everything from dreams, hopes, and wish that have the possibility to become real. We shall go to Asia and other continents to find what is to be found. We shall face those who have turned. I shall be betrayed as always by one who will be close to me. In the end, I will not save what matters most to me. Even now, I still do not truly understand these prophecies I received. These prophecies often have double meaning. The truth is not always clear until these events come to pass. Names are very powerful things and should not be taken so lightly. You do not go around using them for no reason. Most people have mistranslated ancient virtual names and are brushed off as not necessarily to correct them. That is one of the population's first of many mistakes. I came, yet you did not know me. You called a name that has never been mine. You claim to know me by another name. However, I do not know you. So move away from my path, you who cannot even honor my true name nor my Father's. A chosen fate is never a contented one, since it always ends with tragedy. The prophecy is coming. You are required to be prepared, for the chosen path ahead of you will be given to just a few of you. Knowing too much of the future is never a good thing. You must be extremely careful, since those serving the negative dimension hierarchies want those of you with the calling to become unraveled. They want your life disrupted, your thoughts clouded by anger and fear. I shall not give them what they want, nor should you. Train yourself patiently, for a time will come. Please do not come to me to find out what to do. I am in the same predicament as you. You must decide your individual path. I cannot tell you the right choice or advise you. This is for those of you that believe I am making myself above you or assume I have all the answers. When you read regular books and then suddenly the letter seems to float off the pages, why do you believe this happened? It has been written that it is because your mind is equipped for ancient reading. What about if you are impulsive and you cannot sit still? Or what if you just daydream? They are your battlefield reflex that they, through society, do not want. In a real fight, it will keep you alive. As for your attention problem, that is because you see too much, not too little. Our foes want you medicated. They do not want you seeing them for what they truly are. Just do your research on the United States of America, on their Constitution on bearing arms. You shall notice the states that has the strictest law on arms also are the highest taxed. Some will disagree. Just do your own homework. This is so you cannot fight back and is a way to control you. For years I've been having these dreams and visions that I was more than who I am or who I am portraying. I have had dreams of a very momentous sacred mission that is to become a new age for us all. I would never see the actual date of the year, but just that it would happen soon. Since I was a child, I dreamed or saw these visions. In 1972, I was 10 years old and just knew that this special event was going to start to happen 40 years from that moment. How would I know that? Somehow, instantly and subconsciously, I was counting down the years. In the meantime, every few years, I would dream the same dream. However, just the scenery changed. The last time I saw this vision was around March 2008, and the countdown was 4 years away. This date ended in the year 2012 in the month of December. This was before I even heard of others talking about that date of the so-called Maya calendar and different people's view as it being the end of the world. I, on the other hand, never saw an end. I saw it as a new beginning for us all, a self-realization and an open awakening in awareness. I started to finally take my gifts seriously near the end of 2007 when I had too many past predictions that I foresaw become reality. I have met people that I have never seen before, and I told them what I knew about them to a T, and I was right. Even if I was only making up the information, I was accurate. I had ignored my gifts, my visions, and my dream far too long. I've denied myself. I didn't want to be laughed at and have people think I was weird or crazy. Now though, I see that I cannot deny who I truly am or my destiny any longer. I must find this truth of what I actually know. This sacred mission is to go to ancient places that I have seen in my dreams and visions of places I have been to in my other lifetime and search to find these hidden secret messages. I see these signs everywhere. I have seen clues. In addition, I've even heard a whistle blowing, hidden clue, from movies to the newspaper and so on. All I know is that I'm alarmed. It would also shock all those around me who follow me to see my vision and know of this new age as well as our new roles. She is a part of this sacred mission in my visions. Who is she? She will know herself when she reads this, for we have always been together, and she will remember my words. I will always love you. We had more than one life together, yet we were always torn apart from each other. By the time I wake up on the wrong path to see the right path, it was too late. In this lifetime, I had a chance to do it right, and I know that she is a part of it, even if I do not want her to be. Our ancient enemy's job is to see that we do not work together and to keep me off this course. It is now her choice to wake up, as I did, and take her path, no matter who she hurts or will hurt on her way there. These agents will do whatever it takes for this mission not to happen. In the meantime, I am revealing more than I should. Little by little, it will be revealed. I will say it again, I always have. I've always been here. You are in a continuous time loop. Moreover, you do not even feel it. A lot of readers will say that I contradict myself in my speech and my writings. However, in reality, this is how it is. It is up to you to find the right meaning. I'm making an effort to relate to you directly, not by what others interpret as my writing. Do you follow? Every morning I wake up to another reality where history has been changed a little, but only I notice it. It is called a shared shift. I also see what others don't see or notice. My writings had been written at different points in time between 2007 until 2010. When I revise what my visions tell me to write, all that I write or say in person I should not take credit for. It does not come from me, but from a higher source of energy, a higher consciousness. As for myself, I have no clue what I'm striving to uncover. Whether I agree or not with what I have written is no longer relevant. Your view is only valuable if you use your spirit to guide you when you read the work which was written through my hands, or that you heard me speak, but it must not come from your physical view. Your physical point of view can be misleading compared to your spiritual view. I would not expect those of you who are metaphysical skeptics to agree. Many people seem to confuse the spirit with the soul. However, they are separate beings. They are both energy, however, one is eternal and the other is temporary. That is why the expression is, you either have the spirit or you don't. Which everyone has a soul is a part of being human, a part of who you are. The physical reality alludes to the world of the spirit. The spiritual reality alludes to the physical world. When you intertwine yourself with the universe and ask the universe mirror the reflection of your wishes back with its response, that does not always mean that the result will be what you want. However, it will be something that the universe knows is best for you, since there is nothing more powerful than taking the initiative. You see, you truly are all-knowing, yet you let your mind, along with your emotions, block you from that infinite source. Do you agree? I spoke to a few international friends of mine that are in high positions in pharmaceutical business, and they confirmed that most viruses and diseases are created by them so the public buys their medicine. They do not hide it, but it is the public that does not want to know. The excerpt is taken from The Universal Law of Creation, Chronicles, Book 3, Illuminatis, the Ones in the Shadows. So for more detail, pick up the book.
These are Gino's brand names. Follow Gino on the following social networks as well as allow notifications. You contact Gino on Facebook Messenger. If you enjoy our videos, please click like. We encourage you to share your comments. Thank you for your support and for sharing this video.
follow my page.